Good day, everyone. My name is Success Eugene, and today I'll be walking you through the Wells Mountain Initiative Scholarship application. Now, I want to let you know that this scholarship offers up to 3,000 United States dollars to pursue your undergraduate study in any tertiary institution within Africa. Developing countries around the world. And the best thing about this scholarship is that it's a community scholarship that helps you and empowers you even after your graduation from your undergraduate education. My name is Success Eugene, like I said, and I am part of this community. Today I'll be walking you through the application process and tips on how to make your application stand out from the rest. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe if you've not subscribed. Thank you. So I'm just going to quickly type in First Month Initiative. You see, it just came on. So this is what we are looking for. This is what we are looking for. But let's go to the main website first. So I'm going to open this tab. All right. So I'm on this tab right now, and here we have who we are, what we do, our Impact Scholarship application. So this is what we're looking at, the scholar application. So click on it, and that opens up to a new tab. And you want to do this first because it's going to let you know exactly what you're looking for. So this picture here is a photo from the Dream Big conference. So every 4 years, we travel to Kenya or an African country. So this is a picture from the last year attendees. I was there, but I'm not here right now. So you want to read through these qualities, what they're looking for in an ideal candidate, and you want to tailor your application to fit into all that they're looking for in an ideal candidate. You want to make sure that you fit into what they're looking for so you don't get sifted out at the eligibility stage, because there's an eligibility stage, and once you fill that in, the scholarship application portal just takes your application and puts it somewhere else if you don't fit this criteria. So you want to be very careful. So your age, will you be studying in your country or developing world? Is this your first bachelor's degree? So you want to make sure that all these things are put in correctly. And this is what we are looking for. This is what makes you eligible. Now you see, applications must be received by March 1st of each year to be considered for the following academic year. And WMI scholars are selected through an in-depth multi-step review process, which is very true. It's quite a tough process of review. We have several processes to review applicants to make sure that we are selecting the best candidates that need this scholarship, and you're not just going to get the scholarship, but it's going to help them create ripple effect of development in their local community. And like you see, all selected WMI scholars will be emailed August 1st. If you're not selected, you'll be notified after the August 1st date. So if you are a family member of WMI staff or WMI scholars, you are not eligible to apply. So we want to make sure that we spread out the good things, So we can't give more than one family member. So once it's found out that you are a family member of the WMI scholar, you would not be granted. And you shouldn't hide this. Rather, you should look for other scholarships that can assist you, because if it's found out that you were not a scholar, both you and your sibling could be terminated. So you wouldn't want that to get to that point. Please, this is a new point. Use of uncredited ideas and content created by other persons, and use of uncredited AI-generated content is plagiarism and go against the policies and ideals of WMI. So, my dear people, that is very true, and you want to be very careful. Let me be sure this is the recording. Yeah, it's the recording. So you want to be very careful not to use ChatGPT, because there's a process that checks if someone did use these applications. There's a process that checks for plagiarism, and once that is noted, you would not be qualified to move on to the next stage. And that is why some people were disqualified last year. So if you're planning to study in the United States, Canada, Australia, UK, or Western Europe, you will not qualify for this scholarship. So now let's look at the tips for becoming a competitive applicant. All right, so it says record all of your service activities, the dates, the activities, the time spent, and the photograph. Now, you can apply without all this, but this would make you a very competitive applicant. It will make you to move out of the first review stage to the second and then to the third. So it's going to make you competitive. You make sure that all the services, community service you've done or you are doing, if you've not been recording them, you can just do a few more and take pictures, take photographs, and record them, right? Even the ones you've done in the past that you don't have photos for, make sure you have everything on record. And you want to collect your secondary school transcript, national exam results, and grading keys to interpret your results. These things are required. People don't submit it, and when you don't submit these things, there are some points that go down, and you might not get to that point of being a competitive applicant. You would not get to the last stage of the review process. So you want to make sure that your secondary school transcript, what's your secondary school transcript? Usually it's your high school. That's for people applying from Nigeria. I'm going to use Nigeria as context because I'm Nigerian. So if you're applying from Nigeria, your SS1, SS2, SS3 results all combined, and an average of that result is your secondary school transcript. You can also get a statement of results from your last year of high school. Now, I understand that some people watching this might not be Nigerians, so we have the 10th grade, the 11th grade, and the 12th grade results, and all this would be put. You kind of get the average. That's the secondary school transcript. Or your 12th grade last result from your 12th grade can also serve, because then it shows them your academic abilities while you were in high school. So national exam results as well. Now for people from West Africa, we have the WAEC, and people in Nigeria, we have the NECO. Any of this can suffice. If you have national exam results that qualify you, that's coordinated by national examining body in your country, that helps in assessing your academic capabilities as a student before you transition into the university. This is what is required here. Your grading keys to interpret your results. This is okay. In my country, for instance, when someone gets an A, it shows that the person got an excellent score. Now, for some people, an A might mean another thing. So you'd want to provide the official grading keys, because that is also very important, because a lot of people will be reviewing and they don't necessarily have to be from your country, but they should understand what your grades mean in your country. So that is 3 very important documents you need to get ready, aside the community service activities and photos. So your 2 letters of recommendation on official stationery from 2 people who know you professionally and personally and can showcase the reasons you deserve to get the scholarship. Now, you don't want to get from family members, because it's not going to be as authentic as when you get from a family friend. A family friend can suffice, but then don't get from just a personal relation. Also try to get from someone who is not personally related to you. So this recommendation letter should be from someone who knows you professionally and someone who knows you personally. Somebody that can say about your strengths. Mostly very strong recommendations are from your high school teacher and from someone you've worked with at a point professionally. Now, it could also be from your mentor who has mentored you in a way that relates to academics. The person should also, in fact, the person should be able to say 3 key things. They should be able to say your academic abilities. They should be able to say your moral standing. They should be able to say how kind and how driven you are for community impact and development. You understand? They should know your goals in a way. They should be able to say this person is passionate about this cause, and this is XYZ actions that the person have taken in the line of prospering this cause. So that's basically it, I think. Yeah, that's what the recommenders should say. So look for those 2 people who would be able to recommend you strongly in that regard, and then you use them as your recommenders. You write to them as early as possible because there could be a delay, so reach out to them as early as possible. So have all your documents translated to English. This is very, very important. Some of us are not from English speaking countries. My country, most of our documents are in English, but for those of you that are applying from Asia or from other countries that are not having English as their main language of communication, and documents might be not in English, please translate it in English before you submit your application. Now, these are the important dates, and December 1st, we are in almost the end of January. I'm sure possibly before this video gets released, it will be the end of January. So December 1st is very, very important that you get your applications ready by now, because the application has been live like almost 2 months ago, and it's going to close on March 1st. That's the application deadline. And since I joined WMI, it has never been extended, so you wouldn't expect an extension. So just try to apply in time. All right, so now the Scholars Program 2024, here are some things that are required. You are encouraged to read the WMI program information sheet. So I'm just going to open that up in a separate tab, so we go through and see what it is. So this is an overview of what it needs, and it lasts throughout all years of undergraduate education, and this is what is needed. This is what is needed. And the scholarship supports tuition fees, book and materials, other related costs. This is the maximum amount is 3,000 USD, but per year, an average, usually what is given is 1,500. And I will talk on this just now because I don't know if I'll get to talk on it again. The reason why this is so is because the Wells Martin Initiative tries to reach out to more students, and if a particular scholar is asking for 3,000, and let's say 2 scholars are asking for 1,500 each, and they both have the same need and similar stories, you know what would happen? They will want to attend to at least 2 people than attend to 1 person. So you want to be very reasonable with your costs, and don't inflate your costs, because that could cost you gaining the scholarship. Please make sure your application, your essays, make sure you tailor it to fit into the ideal candidates. That's going to make you a very strong candidate. I know when I was writing my own essays, I kept looking at this site. I kept looking at, oh, what is this? How does my essay strongly, in 100%, reveal that I am committed to engage in community service after and during my education and after my education? How does this show that without these funds I won't be able to continue my education? Like, make sure everything 100% shows that you need this scholarship. And yeah, and this is the application process. This is when the application will close March 1st, and then review of application starts in April through to July, and then August 1st. Review of application also include interviews, and August 1st we'll have the announcement of the scholarship recipient, and then your first installment is wired in September. This is what you need to do after you get the scholarship. This is what you need. You need to maintain good grades. You need to be an ambassador. You need to document 100 hours of community service throughout the year. So try to do that so you don't get into probation or any sort. And you send your official semester transcript twice a year. All right. So yeah. English is the main language of communication, by the way. All right. So so a clear personal photo is needed. This must not be a passport photo, that one that you're frowning and all. Just a photo like this of you smiling is good. Then the essay, the topic will be on the application form, so you'd have to open that up to see. the 2024 application form. Of course, you would have to submit your form, and in this form you should have a personal essay statement, you have two recommendation letters, you should have your official transcript of grades from secondary school, official grading kit to interpret secondary school grades, official transcript of grade from tertiary studies, official grading kit to interpret tertiary grades. For every transcript you provide, let there be a grading key to interpret it, and even your national exams, right? Make sure there is a grading key to interpret it. So, and tertiary studies, if you have done any year of studies, right? If you have completed 2 years of studies, your tertiary transcript is needed. But if you are just a first year student, that can be negligible. Possibly the results are not out, and you can upload a statement, a statement of a letter of what do they call that? A letter of explanation. Yes, when I upload a letter of explanation is instead to let them know, oh, I'm in my first year of studies and we don't have transcripts, so that they'll know you did see that and you don't have one. So very, 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 the scholarship is very, very lenient. Like, we understand where people are coming from, we understand the difficulties students can face while trying to get documents. Recommendation letter, my dear people, you see these guidelines for effective application recommendation letters. This is very, very important. I did download this and I sent it to all my recommenders. I told them, sir, dear sir, this is the guidelines and I really need this scholarship. Please assist me. So it's very, very important for you to get these guidelines and send to your recommenders prior to them writing a recommendation letter. If they wouldn't read, just summarize what is in it and let them know. Make sure your grading keys are official, please. Make sure your grading keys are official. We have staff, we have reviewers from all over the world. So if you are from Nigeria, you are from Zambia, you are from Zimbabwe, you are from Kenya, we have staff everywhere, and these staff members will definitely know if that grading key is the official one in that country. So you need to be very careful about that. Now, if you qualify, now is the time to apply for this exciting opportunity. And we are very excited to have you apply. But we know that it's just 5%. You can imagine the very little percentage of people that are being selected after application. So we want to make sure that you're among that 5%. That's why your application needs to be strong. And the beautiful thing about this scholarship is the continuity of the support. Even when you've graduated, there's still community support, there's still professional support to grow professionally, and recommendation letters in case you want grad school applications. Like, it's a community that you continue to be a part of, so which is excellent. You can apply online. There are two methods of applying online or mailing in a completed application packet to the office. Now, applying online is the one I used, and it's the most recent because the technology is everywhere most now, and most people apply online. So that's it. If someone wants to assist you, it's totally out of their own benevolence. The person should not charge a fee. If the person does charge a fee, please report and that person will be prosecuted. This is not a business. It's not a business venture. It is plainly community development and completely humanitarian. It's not a business venture, please. So don't let anyone cheat you. All right, my dear people. So this is what you need. This is the resources again. So let's click on apply. Apply now. So let's click on apply. And it takes us straight to Kaleidoscope. So this is how it looks like. let's read through the intro. Okay. Now this is the essay prompt. I told you all that you wouldn't get the essay prompt unless you start the application. Now we are in the application portal. So that's the essay prompt. So you need your tuition fee structure. This is very needful. What's the tuition fee structure? The tuition fee structure is something that shows them how much you pay in your university, to show them, like, to confirm the amount that you're putting in your application, because you're going to put in those details. The essay prompt, aside your personal essay statement, this is the essay prompt, and that is 500 to 1000 words, 500 to 1000 words for your personal statement, and 500 to 1000 words for your essay question. And your essay prompt is: if you are awarded 1500 to support a service project to help a community, what issue would you address? Why is this a current or continuing issue within your community? And why is this issue important to you? Who would benefit, and what would be the impact? How would you measure the success of the activity? Please provide a detailed budget in USD for all expenses. Note, this is a hypothetical situation and should not be considered as a request for funding. Now, it's hypothetical in the sense that they're not going to fund you for it, but then they're just trying to know how grounded you are with your community problems, to understand that empathy side of you, and how much of a thought leader you are. So that's basically what this essay is trying to understand: your coordination, your thought leadership process, how you're able to see problems and notice problems and look for innovative solutions to those problems. So that's basically what this essay is trying to say. The two recommendation letters, like we've discussed earlier, the headshot photo, a photo of, I think it should be hair upward. It must not be a strict passport, but a passport is still very much accepted. Your national ID or any form of ID at all, to show that you are a citizen of that country. So yeah, this is the eligibility again. I wouldn't say you begin, because everything that should be in your application is already here in this PDF version of the application. So make sure you have all these things before you start. Try to have all these things before you start. So, but to know how this is going to look like, you'll click on this. So let's click on it. This is the PDF format of the application. So for your personal statement, I want to say that you would not be given a prompt on how to do that, but it's very important that for your personal statement, you show who you are, you show your uniqueness. It should be very, very true. Don't use AI. Don't use ChatGPT or AI generating softwares. Speak from who you are. You can use softwares like Grammarly to check for your spellings and all, just so you can feel confident about your essays. But don't use AI, please. It would be found out, and that could be the reason you wouldn't get it. We trust that you're honest, as honesty is a very key factor in the selection of our scholars. So we trust your honesty, we trust your ability to put out things from your mind, like, and put them on paper. We've asked a few people to read through to be sure that the message you're trying to pass across is actually what you're passing across, but it shouldn't be something that should require you to do something fraudulent. Okay. So this is it. I'm trying to see if I can scroll down. Okay, yeah, I'm able to. Okay, so this is it. So this is how the application form looks like. So this is what will be required of you, just like this. Get your responses ready just like this. Be careful in this part of eligibility. Please be very careful. All these parts of eligibility, the questions, make sure you're eligible. That's just the point. Family contact information. Yeah, put that. So this marital status don't really, you know, and some of these questions you might not need to answer it. They're usually when you answer a question and because you answered yes, the next one comes up. So that kind of programming. So, but all these questions are what you see there. Yeah, so you see this spouse stuff, I never filled it because I put single, so all this did not come out. So that this is your family financial situation. So you need to take care. Financial resources, you put that. Now, this is something that confuses people. And it says, do you have any prospects for employment part-time or otherwise while you are in school or between semesters where you can earn income or educational costs? If you are not working in school or you don't have a small part-time job you do in school, please put no. If you're working, put yes. And if you say yes, you understand, you might want to include the job, the amount you get here in the job as in the job area, or you put it here. You should know that this is a need-based scholarship when filling out the form. So this is where you put, if you have a job, you put that. If you don't have a job, please put 0. Family, what does family support you with? If it's 200 USD, please put that. If it's not in, put 0. If it's savings, you have savings, put that. If you've been awarded a scholarship previously and that is something that you'd be using for the next few years, put that. If none, put 0. If you had government loans, put that. If not, put 0. Other loans, if put 0 when there's nothing there. And if you have received scholarship, please indicate. If you don't indicate and it's found out, you'll be terminated and you don't want that kind of history. You have debt to university. Some people have a negative balance in their universities, in their fee ledgers. Please, if you owe your university, please put it and include how much debt you owe your school. Sorry, we went back a little. Where are we? All right, so this is the academic course. Now, this is somewhere that people miss a lot of things, right? All right, so let's go up a little. This total here shows them all these things you've put here now. It totals up to show them how much you have available for your studies. So anything you are doing in your academic cost area, whatsoever is the total of what you include in your academic cost minus this total is usually your award. I'm quite tired of talking. Can you notice? So your local currency, the exchange rates, the date the exchange rate was calculated, and then you include your estimated cost in your local currency for your tuition, your school fees other than tuition, your accommodation. Tuition fee is the one you pay. Like in my school, our tuition fee then was about 45,000 Nigerian naira. And then we have other school fees, which is departmental fees, the lab fees, uniform, activity, medical association fees. Now, all these things are your school fees aside tuition. Tuition is that one that allows you to continue to attend classes. School fees are those things that you need to, like departmental fees, for instance. Association fees, lab fees, your uniforms, and all. It does not include your textbooks. Your textbooks have another spot you see here. This is for your books and school supplies. Your cost of accommodations, and then the total. Now, everything you did here, all your school tuition fee, your school fees, accommodation, meals, and book and supplies, everything you did there, please using the exchange rates of that day, the CBN exchange rates. Now, let me open a new tab to show you the exchange rate we're talking about. I couldn't remember the site, so I'm just going to. So this is the exchange rate of the Central Bank of Nigeria, which is as the acceptable exchange rate. So this is what you do. So for USD, for yesterday, today's option is not out yet. But yesterday it was 886. So 887, 887, 886. So that's it. So that's the exchange rate. So that's what you want to use, and then you put the date, which is Wednesday, 24. Yes, 24 January 2024. So that's it. So that's it. Okay, so you want to calculate that using that exchange rate. 886 times whatever you put, divided by whatever you put here in your naira. I'm sorry, I'm using naira because I'm Nigerian, but definitely your own currency. The official website of the national currency regulation body of your country. You use that website, that exchange rate, and you use that to fill this in. So you convert all this using that exchange rate and put everything in USD and the total. Now about you, this is just some few questions, but you need to put some attention on it. You put a good plan. I think a strong plan is about 6 to 7 sentences. You can do less, but 6 to 7 sentences, strong points, not of course beating around the bush, but 6 to 7 sentences showing your plan after you complete your education, where you hope to live, and restating your vision and purpose and your need for this scholarship. It's a very strong way to put that. Okay, education history. Yes, you want to put all that. Okay, this. If you've applied for a WMI scholarship in the past, put that in. If you know any current, if you have just heard of this or you just see my video, you could put me, you could not put me because we don't really have a relationship. But then if you select yes, of course, you want to provide the name and what a relationship is. So you can say, oh, I saw a YouTube video she created and that's how I know her. So if you've applied in the past, please state the years that you've applied. If you applied 2022, 23, 2022, 2023, 2000. So yeah. Education history. So that's the education history. Work employment history. If you've worked in the past, you want to put that in. If this is the volunteer history. Very important. It shows your community service skills, leadership strength. So as little as belonging to organizations in your school, it could be religious organizations, it could be religious organizations, it could be your departments, bodies, or even in secondary school, maybe you belong to the drug-free club or something. So anything at all that you were not paid for that improved your community. It could be tutoring young people, and it was not paid. If it's paid, put it in the job history. If it's not paid, put it in the volunteer history. So you need to be very careful about that. It could be anything at all that showed volunteering. So for me, it was when I volunteered with a peer education, family health education organization. We did some peer training and everything, and that's what I put in. So be very honest about it, and if you can do more activities so you can have some photos, please feel free to do that, so you can support that with some photos. So this is your personal statement, and it is very important. It mirrors your life to us. It tells us where you're coming from. So this is the personal statement and the essay question. So the essay question, like we've seen before we open this up, and the personal statement tell us about your background, your family life experiences, why you want to choose to study the particular field you study, and why you believe you should be favorably considered for this scholarship. So when I applied, it was two of these. So one was background, family life experiences, and why I should be considered. And the second one was why I'm studying what I'm studying. So now we are combining these two essays in one. So you want to make it a very strong essay. It's meant to be very, very strong. Then all these documents that are required. I think I've treated all the questions that you might have. If you have more questions and you want me to create a video on something in particular, maybe the personal essay statement or review mine, uh, I'd be glad to, even though mine is quite outdated, but then I'll be glad to do that. Um, so this is it. This is the WMI Wealth Marketing Initiative Scholarship application, everything you need to know. And once you do this, you might want to download this for future reference. So you click on download and then it downloads. I'm not going to download it, but then you can do that. When you are done with writing your essays and everything, then you come here and you click begin. So I'm just going to click begin to see what happens. So see, this is it. This is it. So this is it. You can always save and come back. That's why the save button is here. You can always save and come back. All right, my dear people, I really wish you all the best. It's quite tough that we can't select everyone who applies, but I'm always praying and trusting God that we're selecting the people who really need this scholarship. And if you have applied in the past, don't be discouraged. Apply this year and be very expectant. Um, I'm a Christian, so I believe in praying about it and trusting God for the best, for the best results. And as you do that, I'm sure you'd have no reason to regret. So I'm going to stop share. And that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for staying through all these thoughts, and everything I've been saying regarding the scholarship application. Um, I really hope, and I really hope everyone who applies and really needs this scholarship gets selected. Really, that is my desire, and I really hope someone who goes through this video also gets selected. That's my um immense desire. If there's something you want me to do, maybe a video on a personal essay or something like that, just let me know, and I'll be glad to do it. I could also share my essay question where I did my project details and everything. So you have an idea of what that should look like. I'll be glad to do that for you. So just take care of yourself and work hard. Please don't wait until the deadline or when it's towards the end of February to start hustling, trying to submit your essays. Try right now to submit your application. Sorry, try to work on it as much as you can. Try to work on it as much as you can, and do what you need to do. Okay. All right. So submit your applications on time. Don't delay. Delay is dangerous. I wish you all the best. One of the best things I can do right now is to encourage every young person out there to reach for the stars, no matter how discouraged you feel. Never, never let your dreams die. Your dreams are valid. Keep looking out for opportunities to make impact. And I am sure the more you do this with all sincerity, because you are driven to do good for humanity, God is going to continually bless you. Thank you. All right, everyone. See you next. I'll be going through the comments to see what you need, and I'll try to provide that in time. Until when next we meet. Bye bye.